Listen every weekday afternoon during the KSJE Evening News at 5:30.
Hi, I'm Don Glass.
And I'm Yael Cassander.
And we host A Moment of Science.
The world is always posing questions, and science is always in pursuit of answers.
A Moment of Science offers many of those answers in a timely moment of entertainment and enlightenment.
We hope you'll tune in.
For more information about A Moment of Science or to download our latest podcasts, visit us at amomentofscience.org.
Listen weekday afternoons at 5:45 on KSJE. Wednesday morning here on KSJE, and you're listening to the Scott Michlin Morning Program. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And joining me now from the Encouragement Lab is none other than Dr. Mike Hattabaugh. Dr. Hattabaugh, good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for being with us, and things are going well in the lab this week?
They are going great.
Okay. Spring has sprung, as we've said, so...
It has sprunged.
There it is.
Again.
All right, good. We have been covering a series on life's biggest traps with you. You're sharing some great information about what those are, and this week a little bit of a follow-up to last week's topic on failure to get help, and this week's topic is pushing people away who want to help, and we've seen that too. I imagine all of us have seen, if not us, it happened to people that are close to us.
Yeah, kind of the flip side of the same coin, right? Well, we all know that person or those people that we've met that, so this is my experience, is people that say, oh, it's so hard, my life's so hard, I have to do all this stuff. But if you say, hey, can I help you? Oh, no, I've got it.
Right.
And this is for those kind of people that say, oh, I've got it, because we have to make this appearance of, I've got life under control. And you know what? People show up to help for a reason. I was watching a video the other day of Tiger Woods in a tournament a few years ago where he was in the desert out down here in California, Arizona, somewhere, and he hit his ball behind this huge, like, 500-pound boulder, and they called a golf person over, and they're like, "Can we move that boulder?" and the golf guy went, "Well, you can move a loose impediment, is what they call it, if it's in front of your ball, if it's not touching your ball." And he said, "If you can get enough people to move that, then I guess it's a loose impediment." So they got like 20 guys from the crowd to come over and roll that big boulder out of his way. He hits the ball real close to the hole.
Wow.
So what a great example of even the greatest golfer in our generation, for sure, needed help to make a golf shot.
Interesting. Very true. And so when we hear about this thing, though, that people are maybe pushing people away, but yet they keep kind of complaining about how they really are asking for help, but yet when you try to help them, they don't want it.
Yeah. You know what? It's because we have this kind of stardom syndrome in our mind that says people that really are successful have to do it by themselves. And I dare you to find me a super successful person today that has done almost anything by themselves. You know, almost every professional athlete now in every sport has sports psychologists, chiropractors, medical doctors, swing coaches, psychological coaching. I mean, they're getting all kinds of help in order to be the best they can be at their game. And yet, here we are down here trying to be successful at the middle whatever income level we're at, and we keep pushing people away that can help us with our relationships, with our job, with any myriad of things that we might need help with. So my thing is it's a big trap to get stuck in that instead of going, hey, I need help. Can you help me?
Right.
So go out there and quit pushing those people away.
Well, and again, I guess when people come and ask you if they could be helpful, that would be another part of this too, right? Is not maybe to accept their offer and evaluate it and see if they know what they're talking about?
Yeah, so how are you doing today, Scott?
I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking.
Our normal answer to that is what? Fine.
I'm fine.
It's really saying, think about that answer. It's you're pushing people away. I don't want to tell you how I'm really doing because then you might get involved or you might perceive me as a failure or something. And that's why we don't do it. So, I've tried to make a pact with myself to answer that question a little more realistically. I'm not perfect at it. I'm like you. I tend to say, I'm all right. I'm doing okay.
Right.
But I should say, you know what, right now I am really struggling in an area. Do you know anybody that can help me with this? And it's amazing how the right help shows up at the right time if we just plug into that.
That's true. But you might freak some people out, too, because when we ask you how you're doing, we really are just making conversation, aren't we?
Well, yes.
There's that. But
if it's a real friend asking you,
yes,
I'll be honest.
that's true. And we can always do that. If they're a real friend, that's important. So, good advice. Dr. Hattabaugh, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
All right, that is Dr. Mike Hattabaugh. He is with me every Wednesday from the Encouragement Lab right here on KSJE Farmington.